Hey, I'm meteorologist Doug Myers with the latest forecast heading into this Wednesday. One more extremely hot day, even a little bit hotter than yesterday. In fact, yesterday didn't get quite as hot as what I thought it would, but I'm still thinking that we'll have very similar temperatures, if not a few degrees hotter. We'll get into that here in a little bit, but that puts us now at 28 days, at least in Topeka, with highs at least in the 90s. Still falling way short. Remember last year we had 73 total days. We've only had two triple-digit days this year where we had 15 all of last year, so we'll see if we get our third one today. Otherwise, I don't expect it to increase with our triple-digit heat after today until maybe one day next week where we're in the triple digits. But here we go. Here's a look at rainfall from yesterday. 0.11 inches of rain in Emporia. Most of our southern communities had some rain early in the morning, but we did have some rain at times between Sunday, Monday, and yesterday. I think most of the rain will hold off until sunset tonight and then continuing into the night. So the daytime hours should be dry, and we'll continue to add on to this, especially for those that haven't got quite as much widespread rain so far over the last couple days. But for today, again, very similar temperatures to yesterday. Again, it's going to depend on how humid it is. The more humid it is, the cooler it will be because it's hard to warm up a humid air mass. But the end result will be the same. Heat index values, very hot. Quick look at our hottest days so far this year. We'll be pretty close in places like Topeka, Lawrence. Otherwise, I think a lot of areas will fall short of these temperatures for today. That it will be slightly cooler, but no doubt about it, it's going to be very, very hot. Heat index values around 105 in the early afternoon hours, and then once again into the late afternoon, early evening, close to 110. And so it is going to be hot no matter what the actual air temperature is. It's going to be uncomfortable. As far as the surface smoke is concerned, should stay out of our area, and that's good news there, unlike what it was last week, and even a little bit over the past couple days. There is some uncertainty on extent of cloud cover today, though, but I'm still going mostly sunny. We'll continue to fine-tune that as the day progresses. Of course, we'll be fine-tuning the details of tonight's storm risks, especially the severe weather threat, because this is subject to change. So make sure you're checking in throughout the day today with future newscasts. Of course, we'll keep you updated on the WIBW weather app on any updates, including any warnings that may be issued. This model wants to indicate storms coming through after midnight, but by then the parameters for severe weather decreases compared to what it will be early this evening if we have storms in the area this evening. So based on that model, when the timing of the storms move through and most of that rain is along and east of Highway 75, it would not be a whole lot of severe weather. It's possible, but not quite as widespread with the severe weather threat compared to if it came in the evening hours. Now, some of the other computer models for rainfall tonight, it's not much, especially with the graph in the European on the top panels. The bottom panels show at least some decent rainfall. So there's some uncertainty in how widespread rain is going to be. So first off, we have to just keep an eye on rain in general. How widespread is it going to be? How much rain is it going to be? When is it going to be? That's going to determine if there's going to be severe weather, because you can see that black hash marks in the wind profile there and north of I-70. That would indicate some wind gusts that could be approaching 75 to 80 miles per hour. And then, of course, diminishing winds, or lower probability of strong winds, severe winds, farther to the south you go in the brown and low risk area. So, something that we'll continue to keep an eye on. This next 24 hours will be crucial. The heat today, the severe weather risk tonight. And then the rest of the week, yeah, it stays hot, but it gets cooler. Certainly less humid, especially by Friday. That's not going to be a bad end of the work week, all things considering. Humidity does come up just a little bit on Saturday with similar temperatures, and then we continue to warm up each day gradually through Tuesday before another frontal boundary pushes through. That'll bring us an opportunity for a few storms that could keep us on the cooler side and more seasonal by next week. Quick look at that humidity. As I mentioned, it does come down towards the end of the week and then increases a little bit on Saturday before coming back down on Sunday. Meanwhile, here's a look at our extended outlooks Probability of above normal temperatures do continue in general for the most part. There will be some days, especially next week, especially perhaps the second half of the work week, where it might start to cool down. So you can see the blue up in the northern plains. It's possible that may start to creep a little bit farther to the south as we head into the next couple of days. But you'll notice that we are in for a weather pattern, if you will, to begin the month of August. And so we'll definitely be keeping an eye on that. But once we get past tonight's storm risk, I think we're dry Thursday through early next week. And then we'll keep an eye on the perhaps Tuesday night, but certainly more Wednesday time period where storms will return after that potential tonight. But there's a lot of uncertainty on tonight's storms, so keep checking back in for updates. In the meantime, have a great day, stay cool, stay safe, and be ready for some relief for the rest of the week.